So I have yet to find someone or meet a patient that doesn't want whiter teeth. And if I was to bet, I'd bet that you also want to have whiter teeth. In today's video, we're going to talk about some tips and tricks that you can do before and after your braces journey to have the whitest teeth possible, and some hacks that you can do while in braces to maintain that perfectly white smile. So let's go. What's up guys, Dr. Greg here, back with another episode of Braces Explained. I hope you guys have all been having an awesome week and are staying safe during these times. What I want to talk about in today's video is something that I kind of touched on a while ago, but I felt like I didn't do it justice. I really wanted to dive into this video a little bit in more detail, and I want to touch on some of the things that you can do before, during, and after your braces journey in order to improve and whiten your teeth as well as maintain that smile throughout your orthodontic experience. Like always, I'm going to put the timestamps out in this corner so you guys can jump ahead to wherever you want in the video, or you can just follow along in the natural progression. I know in previous videos I was doing a lot of like little life updates on here, and I felt like that was kind of getting away from the message of the channel. So I've actually been more and more active on my Instagram, where I'm kind of vlogging about my days and sharing my experiences on there. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and check out my Instagram. It's at Dr. Greg Ortho, and I'm going to link it out here as well as in the description of today's video if that's something you're interested in learning more about. But let's just go ahead and dive into today's video. The first thing I want to talk about is things that you can do whether before, during, or after your braces journey in order to maintain clean and white teeth. After we go through these things that are pretty much, ubiquitous to oral hygiene and white teeth, we're going to talk about things that you can do specific to before, things that are specific to during, and after your braces journey in order to have the whitest teeth possible in this whole experience. So let's get started with the 4 main things that you can do to maintain white teeth at any point of your life. The first is something that I've been driving home a lot lately, and that is to have stellar oral hygiene. A lot of the times, stains that occur on teeth are because of areas where there's plaque that are building up on the actual tooth. This plaque is caused by bacteria just accumulating and not being brushed off properly. This plaque is sticky and it picks up a lot of things from the things that we eat, drink, and really absorbs into the tooth. So the best way to prevent this from actually happening is just to prevent that plaque from accumulating on your teeth. And the way we can prevent plaque from accumulating on the teeth is by brushing properly, flossing properly, and as always, using a water pick. I've talked about this in a previous video, but when you're brushing your teeth, you want to angle your toothbrush at kind of a 45-degree angle to the gums. This makes it so that all that gunk that accumulates between the tooth and the gums is swept away by the toothbrush. So it's not only enough to brush your teeth or floss your teeth, you want to make sure that you're brushing and flossing properly. And like I've said, I've done a lot of videos about this. So if that's something you want to improve, you can go ahead and check those out. I'll put them in the description of today's video. And you want to make sure that you're using the right tool when you're doing this. You might know how to do it, or you might have the right tool, but you need a combination of both. I really recommend getting an electric toothbrush and a water pick. And I'm going to put a link to my favorite ones in the description of today's video. There is a water pick that has a built-in toothbrush, but a lot of people aren't a fan of this one. So if you want, I'm also going to link 2 different Crest toothbrushes that I like a lot in the description. One is a little bit more of a generic model, and one has a little bit more bells and whistles. So you can kind of check them out and weigh out which one you think is better. But I do recommend a type of electric toothbrush as well as a water pick, along with any string floss to clean up that bacteria that develops on your teeth. And I'm going to hop in here and do a little bit of a shameless plug. But if you guys are enjoying today's video, be sure to go down there and demolish the thumbs up button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button with the little bell so you can stay notified with more content like this. Okay, let's continue on with it. And on that note of stellar hygiene, we're going to move on to the second thing that you can do to maintain white teeth. And that is to go to your regular dental and hygiene appointment at least twice a year. This is because, a lot of people are really good about brushing and flossing, but you still get that tartar that develops on the teeth. And that tartar won't come off with a toothbrush. So what you can do is when you go to your dentist and your hygienist, they can actually clean that away and prevent from more bacteria accumulating on top of this hardened tartar, what's called calculus. At this dentist and hygiene appointment, you can talk to them and see, are you doing these things properly or can you improve? And by improving your oral hygiene, you're going to improve the whiteness of your teeth. The third thing that you can do either before, after, or during your braces journey to make sure that you have white teeth is to avoid things that make your teeth not white. So things that can stain your teeth that you want to avoid are things like coffee, teas, wines, curries. Smoking is a big one. I mean, there's so many reasons to not smoke, but smoking is a huge contributing factor to staining on your teeth, as well as many things like oral and lung cancer, a bunch of things. So just don't smoke ever. All of these stains get picked up by that superficial layer of your tooth and actually make your teeth look yellow and brown. So yes, if you're maintaining great hygiene, it will decrease this amount of staining. But even if you have great hygiene, these are foods and drinks that tend to be absorbed by the tooth in that superficial layer and cause staining, which can only be removed by whitening agents. Which brings me to the fourth point on something that you can do to make sure that your teeth stay white, and that is to use whitening toothpastes and whitening tooth washes. I mean whitening mouthwashes. So these agents, especially the whitening toothbrushes, have very, very light abrasive properties in them. And what they can do is actually scrub away that superficial stain that's on the teeth. Now, this isn't saying that you should do something that's super abrasive, because I've seen these charcoal toothpastes all over the internet, and those are a little bit too abrasive. It's kind of like brushing your teeth with sandpaper. Yes, it will take the stain away, but it's going to be damaging your tooth. So you don't want to use that. It's too abrasive. But if you do use a whitening toothpaste, it's really good at gently taking away that layer that stains your teeth. And the cool thing is these are good to be used before, during, and after braces. You can use these during your braces journey because they don't have a super whitening property. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but you don't want to be using, whitening products while you're in braces. And you'll see why if you just hang on just a little bit longer here. So let's say you're thinking about getting braces and you want to set yourself up to have the whitest teeth possible through your braces journey. Well, there's some things that you can do to prepare for this, and these are things that you can do to whiten your teeth before getting started with braces. As always, I recommend consulting with your general dentist about the best solution for you, but some things that you can do before getting started with braces is to use something like Crest White Strips. I think these are a great product, and I actually have a link in the description of today's video to save you some time from going on Amazon and having to find it. What these products are is that they're little strips that can be put on your teeth, and they actually are left on there for a little bit of time, and when you remove them, it actually whitens your teeth pretty quickly. In a matter of like a week or so, you'll notice results from these Crest White Strips. The problem with these, and really any whitening solution, is that it can increase your sensitivity. So if you already have sensitive teeth, I recommend purchasing Sensodyne toothpaste. Sensodyne toothpaste is great at preventing that sensitivity of your teeth. So let's say you have sensitive teeth already, but you want to whiten your teeth some. Well, the whitening is actually going to make your teeth more sensitive. So investing in something like Sensodyne toothpaste is a great solution at decreasing the sensitivity when doing the whitening. For a little bit more of a strong whitening solution, you can actually get a custom whitening tray from your dentist. These trays are custom built for you, and there's actually a gel that you can put inside of the tray. This will make it so that the bleaching agent isn't washed away from your lip like it is with the white strips, and it's a little bit more powerful. So you will get a bit more sensitivity with these than you will with the white strips, but you will actually get more whitening with the professional whitening trays. Right? So let's move on to what most of you guys are probably related to, and that is, how can I get my teeth to look whiter while I'm in braces? Because I know all that information was useful, but what can you do right now to make your teeth look whiter? Well, the best thing that you can do during your braces journey to have white teeth is to maintain like awesome hygiene, okay? And I mentioned that before, but I'm going to bring it back again because a lot of the staining that I see in my patients that are in braces is because they're not maintaining good hygiene. When you have foods that are sitting on your teeth and you're not being brushed away from your braces, they absorb a lot more into the tooth structure, and especially that glue that holds the braces onto the teeth. That glue can pick up stain really easily, and it makes your teeth actually look more stained than they are. So the main way to maintain really, really white teeth while you're in braces is to maintain stellar hygiene and go to your general dentist for your regular checkups. Needless to say, it's even more important than ever to avoid those foods and drinks that I mentioned earlier, because not only will those stain your teeth, they'll stain your color ties, and when you have stained color ties, it looks even worse. Which brings me to the biggest braces hack that you can do to make sure that you have white teeth, and that is selecting the right color for your braces. I know it's always like the fun part of the appointment is, picking your colors for your next appointment. And I know your orthodontist has some really, really cool color selections that you can use for your braces. But if you're concerned about having teeth that are looking whiter, there are certain colors that you should kind of stay away from and other colors that you should kind of lean toward. The colors that you really kind of want to stay away from are your clear, white, yellow, orange, and brown. I know Halloween is around the corner, so if you want to wear orange, that's totally cool because it's kind of festive and people are expecting you to wear that. But the reason these colors aren't that great is because, well, first of all, the clear one, it really picks up a lot of stain. When you first walk out of your appointment, the clear ones are going to look awesome because they don't show anything at all. But if you eat any food or drink that stains, they will immediately turn yellow. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be wondering, why did you pick these clear ones, right? So stay away from clear ones like they're the worst thing in the world. Don't use clear color ties. And a lot of people wonder, well, why can't I use white? You should expect the white to make your teeth look whiter, right? Wrong. The reason white isn't a good color to pick is because one, yeah, it will stain, but what it does is it actually makes your teeth look more yellow because, as you know, teeth aren't white. Our teeth don't look like a toilet bowl. They're not like bleached white. So if you put anything on top of it that is pure white, it's going to kind of show the fact that your teeth aren't white, that they're a tinge of yellow, orange, or brown. So you don't want to emphasize that fact by using these white ties. It's like finding a wall that's really, really light gray. At first, it might look white, but if you put white right next to it, it's going to reveal the fact that the wall isn't white. but it's actually dark gray. Same concept with these color ties. You don't want to put the white next to the tooth that is kind of white because it's going to show the fact that it isn't pure white. And the obvious colors of yellow, brown, and orange, the fact that they look like they're staining, I kind of tell you to stay away from those unless it's like a holiday that has those colors involved or a sporting event or something like that, then go for it. But just know that it will make your teeth look less white. So you might be thinking, okay, well, what colors will make my teeth look whiter? Excellent question. Colors that will make your teeth look whiter are things like black, dark blue, gray, all these darker tones because they'll show a contrast. Just like how we said you shouldn't put a contrast of white next to your tooth because it makes your tooth look darker. Well, if you put something dark against your tooth, it will actually make your tooth look whiter. So a really great brace hack is to go with your darker colors, your dark gray, your black, your dark blue. Kind of stay away from the dark green because it kind of looks like there's spinach in your teeth. You can use dark purple. Basically, all the darker colors make your teeth pop more. And to all the ladies on the channel, if you wear lipstick, wearing darker shades of lipstick will actually make your teeth look whiter because like we said with the colors, it'll make your teeth pop as a contrast. Not that I would know, but darker lipsticks are better at making your teeth look white. And a lot of people might be wondering, well, can I use whitening products like bleaching trays and white strips when I'm in braces? And unfortunately, I kind of say stay away from these things when you're in braces. And the reason is because the bracket's actually covering a good part of your tooth, right? So if you were to whiten your teeth, you'd be whitening all the tooth that's exposed, but what's under there, under the bracket, you're not gonna actually change the color of. It's like going and spray painting a wall white that has a poster on it, right? The wall might look really white and great at that point, but if you take that poster off of the wall, there's gonna be a spot behind it that doesn't look like everything else. Yes, your teeth might look whiter while you're in braces, but you're gonna spend most of your life with braces off. So you want your teeth to look as great as possible after the fact. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be trying to have as white teeth as possible while you're in braces, but I would recommend to stay away from these whitening products other than things like the toothpaste and the mouthwashes. So let's fast forward a little bit to now that your braces are off. What are some things that you can do to make your teeth appear whiter? Well, a lot of the things that we talked about earlier apply here too. You want to make sure that you get a good cleaning, get everything out that was built up between your teeth on the tongue side, cheek side. You want to get a really great cleaning, as well as do really good home care and hygiene. You'll notice that a lot of the colors and stain on your teeth come off with the braces, but they might not be that ideal color that you've wanted. Things that you can do are you can do those things that we talked about at the beginning of your braces. You can get professional or white strips done to make your teeth look whiter. A little bit more of an extreme thing that you can do is that you can actually get veneers done on your teeth. What veneers do is that they actually change the shape and color of your teeth. So if this is something you're interested in, my buddy Dr. Shohal has an awesome channel called Smile Influencers, and I'm gonna go ahead and link him out in the description of today's video, but he basically talks about what veneers are, what crowns are, and how you can benefit from after your orthodontic journey. You don't want to get it before because when we put braces on these veneers, they don't tend to stick as well. So get them done after the fact. And that's all I have for you guys in today's episode. If you guys have any tricks or hacks or anything that you recommend to maintain white teeth while in braces after or before, go ahead and leave it in the comments of today's video so other people can kind of gain from your knowledge. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button with the bell so you can stay notified with videos like this. That's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to stay healthy, happy, and safe out there, and I will catch you guys next Saturday on another episode of Braces Explained. But for now, Dr. Greg, out.